Welcome to Under Review. I'm your host, Danache. Thank you for everybody that's been rocking with us. Season 5, getting busy. NFL season. Continue to share, like, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all so much. To everybody that's new, welcome to your favorite news sports show. Duh. I got special guests in the house. We got Blake in the house. You know what I'm saying?
What's up? Good to be here.
And then we have David in the house.
What's up? It's exciting. Glad to be in the show.
Hey, I'm excited. Listen, guys, I have a special treat for y'all, okay? We're going to try something different with the picks. That's what we're going to do.
I'm all for it. After last week, I'm all for it.
We're going to get this money with the picks, okay?
Every week we get paid.
We talking over, unders, money lines. We got the Velasquez brothers in the house. We gonna see what they hitting for, okay?
Legend locks, the dissect community.
Listen, let me tell y'all people, if they fuck y'all money up, don't come over here, okay? Holla at the Velasquez brothers,
50% rebates.
Well, we got a busy show. There's so much going on right now in the league. I don't think we're going to touch on everything. I really want to, though. But I want to touch on running backs real quick. Nick Chubb goes down.
Huge.
Crazy. We were just saying pre-show, I think this was his year to get paid. The next running back to get a big deal, because I don't think he's gotten paid since, 2018?
Whenever he got drafted, right? So is this his second deal, or is he?
This would have been number 2. You know, that's where the money comes.
Yeah, he would have got a max.
So when he gets hurt on Monday Night Football,
tough, especially prime time, especially in that game, and like in the points that weren't covered for that game for them. Pittsburgh shouldn't have won that game. Nick Chubb is there, even though Ford stepped up and cleared.
He did amazing. Nick
Even
Chubb
Amari Cooper,
yards.
they played well, but with Nick Chubb, it's a different ball game. He's 64 yards through the second.
What I didn't like, and maybe it was just timing, was I get ESPN notifications on my phone like crazy.
Same here. It's
every single ad.
They released a statement regarding running backs faking injuries because J.C. Treadwell is running his mouth telling running backs, you got to do what you got to do to get paid. I felt the timing of that was kind of tacky. I didn't like that. I feel the running back position is valuable. I know it's capitalism.
High
to
injury
me.
prone.
High injury prone.
Very.
Maybe they need to restructure how they do their contracts. But I'm gonna be real here. I know the NFL is trying to monetize high school. That's every sport, right? Offense.
Right.
That's why you can't sneeze on the quarterback.
Right.
They let offensive linemen hold pass rushers. If you paid attention last 2 weeks, I don't want to say it in the NFL, but I'm telling the truth. Okay?
There was about 11 calls that should have been run back. Especially in that KC game. They didn't want to see KC win.
Ain't calling nothing, right?
Yep.
Right? Because you want to run up the points, but that's a whole nother conversation.
That is a whole nother conversation.
But you need your running backs because football 101.
There was 7 or 8 calls on the Los Angeles Rams driving with 30 seconds to cover the spread with a field goal. I'm like, how are you? Like,
insane.
Why are you? It's crazy. That's a different conversation.
Insane.
Different conversation, but you need the running backs because they open up your passing game.
For sure, 100%.
Open up the passing game.
I'm with you. I'm rocking with you for sure.
Here we go. We hating already. Go ahead.
But I will say this: the last 5 teams to win the Super Bowl, okay? Mm-hmm. Their rushing attack has been ranked in the bottom 10 of the NFL.
It's Pacheco.
Bro, the Chiefs won this.
Not when Brady won. Not when the Bucks won.
We're talking about the last.
Leonard Fournette, he's a different caliber, but they didn't have they had two injuries in their front line.
Right.
With a star center.
They still weren't a top 10 rushing team that year if you go look back. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
So you're talking Chiefs?
We're talking Chiefs, Bucks, Rams. Rams were ranked there.
Eagles in the last 5?
Not including this year. Yeah, I'm sorry. So the Eagles are the exception.
I don't know if Miles
amazing.
Sanders and were they? I don't even know if they were up there.
But they were a running back by committee.
Right. Exactly.
Nobody was getting paid. Right. Jalen Hurts wasn't getting paid. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So and the Chiefs won the Super Bowl with a 7th round.
Oh, they were in a complete rebuild year.
But then that goes to the conversation, right? Because people will say, they'll use that as their argument. Well, you got an Isaiah Pacheco. Right. You got a Jerome Ford who just pops out of I'm not gonna say nowhere, but
when you're shadowing someone like Nick Chubb for so long and you're learning them, Nick, like you got one of the best running backs in your front. I mean, Ford's as a beast. I'm not the caliber of Nick Chubb, but he's still an amazing running back.
But why can't you do both, right? Not every team is the NFL. You have 32 teams. They're not monolithic, right? Some teams have a feature back. Right. Like the Titans with Derrick Henry. And some teams do running back by committee.
Like the Cowboys wanted with Zeke. I don't mean to go there, but...
let's go there. Let's go there. They overpaid Zeke on that second deal, and Jerry Jones 2 years in was probably like, yo, what was I doing?
And that's what he didn't want to do with DeMarco Murray. I was like, listen, right? So it's like a Todd Gurley.
Great point.
You pay...
Todd Gurley. I
love me some Todd
Gurley.
But it's kind of like when it comes to that position, I feel like don't penalize is a roll of a dice, right? Because Christian McCaffrey... I love him to death. I'm surprised he lasted this long because look how Carolina used to run him to the ground every single year, and he would get hurt.
You make a great point there.
He's a different human.
He is definitely a unicorn for sure. Oh, for sure. I definitely agree. I think there's very few running backs in the league that should get paid top dollar. That's my opinion.
I agree with that.
I think running back committee works for at least 25.
I think McCaffrey is the top paid, right?
Bro,
he is
right
now.
It's him and then Alvin Kamara, I believe. I think it's him, Alvin Kamara, and then like Derrick Henry's up there.
Mm-hmm.
They're like top 3, right? Yeah. So you look at the Titans. Are the Titans Super Bowl contenders paying Derrick Henry that bag?
Definitely not with Ryan Tannehill there.
Pretenders. I call them pretenders every year, every season. Pretenders.
But and look at that Chargers game. I mean, Derrick Henry had a great game.
He did, kept him in it, right?
But he always does. He always does.
I agree, but then when you play the Bengals in the wild card round, the Tennessee Titans, right? It comes down to who's the better quarterback.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Joe Burrow got sacked 9 times, still overcame it. Bengals knock out the Titans. Derrick Henry is, I won't say a non-factor, but not as valuable as a great offensive line and a good quarterback. That's my only perspective.
And that's the NFL's perspective, right? So that's what they're using. Listen, I'm not saying the running back is the most important, but the running back is very important. And maybe I'm old school. Maybe I don't want to adapt with the times. Maybe I don't.
The game is shifting in so many different directions.
It is.
Good point.
It's like
it is.
Yes, we're in a running world, but we're really in a very huge pass. We have so many star wide receivers.
We're definitely
across
in a passing
the league.
world.
We're definitely in a passing world, and that quarterbacks really can't meet some passing criteria with these amazing receivers. Especially with, even with the Steelers.
It's like they draft a running back.
Yep.
Burn them out.
Yep. Which is wrong.
Overuse them. They overuse them and misuse them in certain predicaments. Like
then you franchise tag them. Then you be like, oh, okay, we good. We don't need you. We're going to draft another running back.
Exactly.
Right. And I think a creative solution would be for the running back position and even like offensive linemen, right? Somewhere where you're getting hit every single play. High impact, right? Pay them up for guarantee their contracts fully. That's the solution.
And they don't want to do that.
How are you guys
the NFL like this with their money.
I know. And it's a crazy thought, but it's like, all right, well, we can't pay you as much because your tires are going to wear out a little bit quicker. We're going to pay you everything up front. We're going to guarantee that money, whether it's $10 million a year, $9 million a year.
Because the average running back is, the average NFL career is like 3 years. But the average running back
is what, like?
I would say 3 to 6. I mean,
depending on who you are.
I mean, Brandon Jacobs only lasted.
And that was a big dude.
He was
That's a big dude.
Brolic boy. Right, exactly. Yeah. So
you guys make good points.
Listen, QBs get paid in order. The highest paid positions. I had to do my research on this. QBs. Then we got our linebackers, receivers, our defensive ends, our D tackles, our own linemen, our cornerbacks, our safeties, our tight ends. Yo. Running backs are second to last. You know who get paid less than them?
Who?
The fucking punters and the kickers.
Justin Tucker's
getting paid more than any NFL running back right now.
Super money.
That's a little disrespectful that the running back is at the bottom of the totem pole.
When you put it like that,
that's like NCAA quarterbacks getting paid than Joe Burrow and stuff like that. It's wild.
That's wild. Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
At one point, Arch Manning was making more than Joe Burrow before his extension, but he's a backup. He's a backup NCAA quarterback.
That NIL was crazy.
I was about to say, one of these little kids probably getting more money than.
Oh my gosh, the Sanders brothers and all these.
Oh my gosh, they're about to get crazy bags.
Can we talk about Colorado?
That game was amazing.
Can we talk about Colorado?
That game was amazing.
Colorado's amazing. I saw a meme. It said Deion Sanders got Kawhi Leonard to go to the Colorado Buffalo game, and he doesn't even show up to his own team's game.
Deion Sanders has everybody out. Let's talk about Coach Prime. It's the prime
Key
effect.
Glock was in there, Offset, everyone was in there.
Jeez.
But that's just
The Rock.
That just shows what Deion does, right? How powerful he is. And it's a lot of people that don't rock with him. We know. It's a lot of people that do rock with him. Listen, when he went to Jackson State, it was a big deal. We people went through the whole HBCU thing. But he helped shine a light on HBCUs, right? HBCUs started getting more traction, more national game coverage.
On ESPN, all that.
I believe Coach Prime does things with intention. I'm not going to say he could go anywhere. I
think they're building a legacy right now in Colorado.
And Colorado was a good place to go. So I was researching. When he went to Colorado, according to reports, Coach Prime made a phone call, got with the Black Caucus in Colorado, and was just like, okay, what's going on here? Because it's not very diverse.
Right.
So to say, unless you're like, and this is how they're reporting it, unless you're like an athlete,
right?
It's not that many black people out there,
right?
So you're bringing in a black culture. You're using sports to unify black, white, Spanish.
Great point.
And especially how the whole I forget his last name. The guy who took the huge hit on Hunter. I mean, he's like super stuck up for
Blackburn.
Blackburn.
Yeah, Blackburn.
Number 11,
like race was even out of the question because he's like, yo, man, this is football. This is a game.
First of all, Deion better than me. Cause he fucking know. Henry Blackburn did a dirty ass hit.
It was dirty. It was dirty. But this is football. This is, man, understand. This is a gritty rivalry game. You know what I'm saying? It's not condoned, but even the way they reacted, it's like, look.
Let me tell you something. If the shoe was on the other foot, and somebody on Colorado hit one of those players, that would be all over.
It's on Fox News on Monday.
If Travis Hunter did that, right, they'd be like, "Wow, look at this kid, super cocky," right? You know,
but he should have got ejected.
It'll be a whole different narrative.
He should have got suspended because in Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, all his life, I don't know how old you are, but you know, if you ever seen him play or even watch film of him,
prime time was.
He talked shit in the most sanctified way, but then he's also the most humble person.
He would never downgrade somebody.
Never. And he's always like, "Oh, I forgive Coach Prime. I love you. I'm gonna say for you, F that."
Right.
My son played football for a year since he was like 4.
Wow.
If somebody hit him like that, I'm hopping over the motherfucking bleachers.
Mom's on the field.
Pop Warner mom coming down, laying it down on somebody.
And it ain't no joke. And you causing hell on that field.
It's dangerous.
It's a dangerous sport. But in between, when that whistle blowing and all that, do your thing. Right. But when it's after, like, come on, it looked like, and I don't want to drag it, but I'm going to drag it. It looked like some bounty shit. I don't know. They look crazy.
There was a lot of tension coming into that week, and all that anxiety and anxiousness is like it's coming out. You know, you guys are going up against the most, I want to say, talked about team in college football, other than USC and Caleb Williams.
That's true.
Like literally, it's like
Colorado
is
all day, every day.
I mean, for you to have a $480 increase on an average sale ticket from year to year is no joke. So
the prime effect, because he had similar thing with Jackson State. I don't think the amount of money that he's bringing into the community, jobs, like.
Yeah,
I think Coach Prime, outside of being a good coach and surrounding himself with,
love him in the NCAA.
Yeah,
amazing,
absolutely
amazing. They got a tall task in front of them though. The next couple of weeks,
Oregon with no Hunter, USC no Hunter.
It's even taller.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real.
Right.
I'm rocking with Coach Prime. He has everybody tuned in.
Yeah.
It would have been a tall task, but now it's even a taller task.
Without your two-way player, defense and offense, you're one of your best players. That's crazy.
So
He's a different breed, that Hunter boy. He is. Travis Hunter is.
You heard what he said?
dog.
He's like, I wanted to go back in. Just a dog, man.
They're just getting him healthy, playing him right. You don't want to risk an entire career for 2 games.
Right thing.
He's got so much future ahead of him.
So much. And
So
if he
much
goes to
future.
the league, like, how are they going
when
to use
he
that?
goes, when he goes to
You're
the
right.
league.
Keyword when.
You know.
Watching that game, though, I was looking at a couple kids from Colorado
That
State.
comeback was insane.
And I was like,
Yeah.
wait, this kid right here, the defensive guy that was eating Shedeur up all night.
Makari,
yes.
yeah,
Number
I'm
8.
like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to see him on Sunday.
I'm not going to
Yo.
say the reason why Colorado won was because he got disqualified for the helmet-to-helmet hit, but I think somewhere along the lines, like, it was a huge impact on the offense to continue to move the ball the way they did because he was in the backfield the whole
He was going crazy.
game.
And that
He's
receiver
going-
that they had
oh,
was
he's
going
gonna get
crazy.
recruited
I think it was
ASAP.
number 4. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
was
was going
really
crazy.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
super athletic.
But Shedeur Sanders,
Oh, Shedeur boy, he's
lights out.
You guys think he's a first-round draft pick in the NFL? No?
He's going top 5.
It depends what class he goes in.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
If he were to go like this upcoming
class, yeah.
draft,
Oh no,
he's top 5. But I don't know. Let's see what Papa Coach Prime say.
Right.
But if he continues to develop, I'm just looking like how poised he is in the pocket, how accurate he is. When he scrambles, he's not scrambling to like. When he runs out of the pocket, he's not running to scramble. He's running to make an accurate.
Yeah. He's opening multiple avenues what to do. He could option the ball this way to a tight end, or he can go over into the middle to a receiver.
That is so insane.
And he
to
comes
me.
off really mature, like
That's what
mature.
That's what Deion calls him. They call him mature ever since grown. Ever since he
call
was
him
little,
grown.
they call
It's
him
his nickname,
grown.
grown.
It's so fitting. Like even in his interviews, I'm like, yeah, is this guy in the NFL?
Yeah,
already?
his pose in that pocket is not even the 2-point conversion that got them to go into overtime.
Right.
I mean, there was
Which
three,
one? The second or like
No, to go
like
into
the first one?
to go into
I'm
first
like,
overtime, they scored. They had to complete the 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
I mean, there had to be 2 defensive linemen and a linebacker. He's halfway down, chips the ball right there, 11 yards into the end zone. Like it's just the poise he has is just. I think he's going to be a superstar in the NCAA
Precision,
and in the NFL.
who he looked like. Who like precision, the way he just killed that drive at the end. I'm like, bing, bing, bing. I'm like, what is going on?
He's got that RG3 with that Jalen Hurts like kind of motion and just just
And when you have Tom Brady as your mentor.
I was gonna say Tom Brady as a mentor is a different level. I love that.
You heard what they
I
said
love
you
that.
heard what they said that Tom Brady said to him. He's like, hey man, you need to get out that Rolls Royce and get in the film room. You got that, it's cool.
And Brady gonna keep it real.
Oh, for sure.
And his father probably tells him the same thing too. But
Facts.
I was talking to Jeremy, a friend of mine, and we were saying, I was laughing at Shiloh and Shedeur are like Deion split in half. And Jeremy made a good point. He was like, Shiloh is more Deion Sanders, the humble guy, and Shedeur is prime 100%.
With the watch, remember at the end with the watch? I
Everything.
was.
If y'all saw on that bat, he was waiting to go up to State's coach with his dad, like, yo, look, like, what, is there anything else we got to talk about?
You saw how State's coach tried to like skirt off, and Deion was like, nah, you
he's like, check it out. He's like, the Sanders. That's
I love it.
But I love it.
It's a new swagger in Colorado for sure.
In college football, period. Deion is bringing attention
It's
to
bringing
it.
a life to football, to the youth in general, and just like,
I love
it's
it.
great. It's great what's happening in Colorado.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
I'm not a fan of him, but with that new offensive coordinator, he looked good.
I mean, the Vikings had a lot of mistake week 1, but I think Baker played well week 1 and week 2. The Bears are just. I mean, the Bears are. It's terrible.
It's so bad.
Baker Mayfield needs a couple more weeks to kind of prove to the Bucks that he's someone that he's a concrete quarterback.
That defense is gonna hold him down.
Right. Yeah.
They don't have a running back
at all.
Their running back is done for the season.
Yep, right.
They better call playoff Lenny.
Playoff Lenny, yeah. Where's he at? He's
free agent.
Free agent?
He
Lenny.
wanted to.
I think he wanted out. I think he wanted out of Tampa when Tom left.
But you need a running back.
For sure.
You
do.
need a running back.
Especially with Baker Mayfield, when you don't have a lot of options, like even as far as receiver wise, like Mike Evans is great and all that, but you need a running back to be able to hit those slots and get outside in the flats and get open. There's not one really too attentive in there that has even a basic chemistry with Baker Mayfield to.
Baker continues to move the way he moved, the head coach, if you pay attention to the scheme, right, you notice Chris Godwin is taking less snaps doing in the slot. Yeah. They're moving Chris Godwin to the outside. Yeah. So like it's working so far, but to your point, I want to see.
I think the OC has good schemes for Baker Mayfield to execute this year. It's honestly going to tell how consistent can Baker be, because we all know how flaky Baker Mayfield can get at times. But I think Baker Mayfield is a plus.
Yeah. I have zero faith in Baker Mayfield. Zero faith. The most impressive thing he's done this year is read the signals of the Vikings.
You need to stop.
It's real though.
He was like, I knew what plays are
out. He's lucky. He knew and it's not like the whole second half he had every play on the back of his head.
Right. He just knew the signals.
But he knew the signals that were like, I could take advantage of it. He could continue to kind of move on, doing things like that. I wouldn't say he's as bad as you think he's going to turn out, but with the Bucs, man, I don't.
The Vikings are a hot mess. The Bears season is done. Their defensive coordinator just
tanked the season.
He just quit.
Yeah.
First of all,
tank for Caleb.
Chase Claypool, we don't know what's going on. You missing Chase. You're missing. Do you not want to play? Like, do you want
Where's the energy? Do you
if
not
I were
love
you,
Felix?
I'd play because you want to get paid, right? You want to go to another team.
You gotta at least show some. I mean, that one touchdown's not gonna cut it.
Yeah.
I
gotta show up.
Justin Fields. Did you hear the comments he made regarding his coaching?
I did not. What was that?
So he made a comment in reference to him playing robotic, blaming it on the coaching, saying he needs to do him. Then he tried to backtrack it and say, hey, it's not too many cooks in the kitchen, guys.
It's not a coach's fault for you to sit 9 seconds in a pocket with a terrible offensive line.
It's a both.
I think there's some blame on both sides, right? I think, though, if you want to be the face of a franchise, you can't come out and say that to the media.
You have to say, it's me. I need to do better.
And then in private, you got to be like, yo,
Josh Allen.
Right.
Josh Allen was like, listen.
All right.
But he's admitful. He could take blame. Like a man. Listen, it was on me. My loss, it was on me.
But that's what good quarterbacks do.
Exactly.
But could I just say something? I don't want to tangent too much. But could we all finally admit that Josh Allen is not an elite quarterback?
Baby, I've been saying that for weeks. So do you watch the show or not?
I saw the clip. I know you believe that. I know you believe that.
No, I think he's elite, but he shoots himself in the foot a lot.
For sure.
He does too much.
Why are you trying
to hurdle other grown-ass men?
We were just talking about
body.
this.
That's what I'm saying.
Every single play.
Stop doing stupid shit. Stop doing stupid shit.
And I get it, 3rd and 7, you want to throw the bomb to Savon Diggs and look like an amazing quarterback. But there's so many open men that you'll see. Dawson Cox here, this and that. Sometimes his precision can be off just because of, I guess, the hype behind it, like what's so required by Josh Allen.
He probably gets in his own head and goes crazy.
No Josh Allen, but I could say this: no Josh Allen in Buffalo. That team is worse than Chicago.
That's true.
Seriously.
Not worse than Chicago. Chicago's bad.
I'm sorry. Worse than Chicago.
Chicago has coaching. Back to Chicago.
I love that effect.
Coaching, right? Justin Fields' inability to fucking go
create
through his progressions. First of all, I don't know if he doesn't trust the first read, the second read, the third read. If he's just so used to scrambling. Whatever they did after they beat the Patriots last year, and they were kind of like on a high, they got away from that this season.
I thought I saw a stat that in week 1, they called one design quarterback run. When they played, who did they play week 1 again? Was it I forgot who they played, but one design quarterback run. For a quarterback,
I think they played Green Bay. They played Green Bay.
But can I say this? Yeah. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Yeah. And I'm not just saying this, people, because I'm a Michigan fan. Oh, Lord. But Ohio State quarterbacks and Alabama quarterbacks, even though the Patriots have an Alabama quarterback, do not. I've been saying this since forever. Don't translate in the league. And Justin Fields, I wanted to see how he would be, just like how Trey Lance would be. Because did Justin Fields even have a whole year in Ohio State?
No, right? He played.
I think it was just. I don't think it was even 2 years.
He didn't take a lot of snaps. Put it that way. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of time there. But I personally think, could I just contribute to that thought?
And that team had a crazy weapons.
Every year, they're machines.
Ohio State had weapons.
Every year. Hence why their quarterbacks don't
insane.
fucking translate.
Yeah, I remember that. They were outside of quarterback position. They were really good.
Taking a quarterback from Ohio State and Alabama is like taking a trust fund baby and being like, figure it out on your own.
Exactly.
And build wealth, get money
But
on your own.
they don't develop their quarterbacks. You have to. I'm gonna use Tua as an example, right?
Right.
It was a lot of talk his first 2 years because some of us saw it, then we didn't see it, and it depends on the coaching because him and my boy Flores, it didn't really work 100% because maybe it wasn't a good fit. But now with McDaniels, and you're giving him time to develop. Justin Fields, no development. You just throw him out there and like, yo, ball out.
That's a great point because they were saying it on, I think, First Take. They were saying like, yo, there's only so much a quarterback can do with no trust from his OC or his coordinators because like you're literally calling plays that require, quarterback precision. That yes, he's a great passing quarterback, or I don't want to say was, but a great passing quarterback. Is your legs are your best tool.
Right.
Why? Like you say, you called two. It was one or two plays an option for a quarterback. Come on, you gotta incorporate.
Who runs?
Lean into your strength.
I think the way they use Jalen Hurts, I think is great. Yes, he takes a lot of things into his own account. Improvising through the game, right? I think Justin Fields has to do that. Take control, be a star,
and that's
make
what
your own
he said
decisions.
He wants to do. He was like, they need to let me do me.
But even doing you, you don't do what you do.
I don't give a S-E-C-K what he say. They ain't got no line. They ain't never had a line. They're terrible.
What do you think of Justin Fields?
I think he's trash. Oh, I have to stop saying that. I don't think. That's not nice. That's not nice.
That's just Fields. If you see this man,
we're sorry,
nice.
man.
That's not nice. I don't think he's trash. I think he's uber talented, explosive. Right?
Great
he can
word,
throw. He can throw. We've seen that.
Yeah.
Best strength is running. My concern was just like I said when him and Trey Lance got drafted same year. I said
his field precision in general went down from last year.
And that's the issue. You're regressing. Like I want to see because both quarterbacks that I just named didn't play much in college.
Right.
One came from a program who historically quarterbacks don't translate.
Yeah.
Then you're on a team with no O-line.
Right.
And then look at.
And the play calling has just got awful.
Then Mitch Trubisky, I feel bad. I called you trash too because it was the coach.
Right. And it's also, it doesn't help when you have a defensive coach too. The Bears have a defensive coach, so there's no scheme that's in place
and
to
their
help.
defense is terrible.
I mean,
you have a defensive coach. Your defense is terrible.
Defense is terrible. The team is.
Oh my gosh! Where do we? Yeah.
I'd be surprised if they win. They get another first round draft pick because that's where it's going.
Yeah,
that's what it's looking like.
I think 4 games, 5 if it's lovely, but I think under 5 games for sure for Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago is definitely some trash.
I want to talk Deshaun Watson. That's what I want to talk.
I mean, Deshaun Watson. I watched that game every single second. He had good plays. He had bad plays. The defense really brings a lot of drive and motivation to Deshaun Watson. When the defense, if you see the previous play, whenever they were driving, the defense prior before was 3 and out.
Right.
Had him this or 3rd and 33. So there's a lot of motivation comes from his defense. And then that game with Deshaun, I mean, when Chubb going out,
they should have won. Because the Steelers are deplorable
I think Nick
on
Chubb
offense.
there, because Ford played so good, you really can't say if Chubb is there, they win the game. There was a lot of open targets that Amari Cooper could have grabbed in the ending, a couple of balls were kind of, not on target.
Yeah.
But I think Deshaun Watson on his return, let him
Give him time. Don't.
Let him keep growing. Because you had a dog defense. That front line is insane.
And we got to remember, Deshaun Watson didn't play football for, 2 years, was it?
Like over 100 games. But 100 days. But
yeah.
I know everywhere else in the media, they're going crazy saying like, oh, he had OTAs and all this other stuff. I get it. Yeah. I get it. But to your point, I want to see. I mean, the pressure is on him. He got paid all that money. But I'm going to be real here. Schematically, when he was on the Texans, did he really need a running back? Stefanski's team is run first, throw
Great
later.
point. Oh, that's an excellent point.
Stefanski, he's known
That's
for
a
his
very good
running plays.
Yeah, because Deshaun Watson, they were spreading it out and they were run and gun.
So now that we have Kareem Hunt back, Ford is going to be the premier back. Yeah. Are you going to go two-headed monster, or are you going to rely on Deshaun to do what he needs to do?
I think Ford's going to do very good for them this year as far as backing up. Not at the Chubb level, but
right.
I think someone that's kind of hold the bar, like that's going to give defensive coordinators kind of trouble. Like, okay, they have this run game, and now Mark Cooper's back. Like, okay, they have a couple of weapons. If Deshaun Watson can stay on target and stay kind of drilled and
focus.
Yeah, leave them injuries behind him, let the fear out of him a little bit, and kind of just loosen and go.
Whatever probably was going on off the field probably living rent-free in his head.
I was just going to say quarterback position is all confidence. It's all confidence.
You got to let that go. Whatever it is. And maybe it's not that.
When you don't have that confidence, you go in and made them interceptions that they did. That crazy fourth quarter.
And he was playing out of his mind, like not in a good way, but when you mushing the ref.
Right.
Yeah.
Anybody else would have got ejected. When you're face masking,
and I think it was
four.
I think it was 3 face mask calls. It was 2 of them.
2, yeah.
I mean, dude, that's 10 solid yards. That could really cost the game.
That could change that does change the game for sure.
All right, so we'll give him a chance. My last point. I know it's a short episode because we're gonna go to the game picks. We're gonna let the brothers do their thing. But my last
Here
point.
we go.
What the fuck is up with the Broncos, man?
Oh man. So all right. So I'm gonna say it like this.
Because he has the best insight as far as what's happening with the Denver Broncos.
No, and you made
it's not just Russ. I just want to put that on the table and I'm gonna let y'all rock.
Okay, go.
Okay. So number one, he is not Peyton Manning. Okay, let's just put that out there.
Or worth that value he's getting paid.
Absolutely not. Right.
Dang,
so he asked for
hate.
Yeah, he had I love Russell Wilson. I think he's amazing. Right. But I think that Sean Payton came in. Nathaniel Hackett was an absolute shit show last year. It was terrible.
I agree.
Remember the game when they played Seattle? And he let the clock all the way run down to kick a 64-yard field goal.
I agree. I don't think Nathaniel Hackett should be deserving, but
we had Denver that night. We're going crazy.
Beat.
So my thing is that I think the team right now is in recovery from what happened last year. Mm-hmm. We're talking about confidence. We're talking about scheme. The offensive line is still very poor. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So I think that's causing Russell Wilson to struggle in second halves.
And it's
right?
going to require time to get Jerry Judy back in that offense.
Absolutely. Great point, bro. And my last point about Wilson is that I think Russell Wilson's not as athletic as he was previously in Seattle.
That's a given.
You know what I'm saying?
25 pounds he put on.
You know what I'm saying? As you get older, right? I don't think Russell Wilson is an elite pocket passer, and right now I think they're requiring him to be more of a pocket passer.
They're definitely requiring more from Russell Wilson than what should be expected of him.
But did you hear Sean Payton say, and he said it very publicly, we as a coaching staff need to do better and dumb down the play calls, and Russ needs to be
get him
sharper.
Comfortable play calling. There's play calls that are awkward for Russell Wilson. Right. It's just what it is.
I think give them time, right? Because it's expectations like, oh, Sean Payton gonna come and save this.
It ain't gonna happen in 2 games.
But you have to give it time because to both of y'all points, I put a video up the following day. I'm just like, it's not just Russ, people. The offense, the timing is a little off between the receivers and the quarterback. Yeah. And then forget all that. What the F is up with the defense?
Oh, God.
That's true.
The defense, for it to be that talented, and last year the defense was nice.
Getting beat in the secondary consistently just shouldn't be happening, especially
there. The defense is deplorable right now. We're talking about them because things happen.
Patrick Surtain,
you
junior.
have the same people there last year. What's the problem?
Simmons.
What's the problem?
When there's no motivation from your offense, it's a team effort. Yeah, that team effort is so underdimed sometimes because it's like, people are feeding off of each other. Like the team, offense and defense are feeding, especially in the Cowboys, there's now that's going, it's just like being able to trust the other side of the ball is so crucial and going out and giving it your all, I just feel the Denver Broncos got to gain confidence in their quarterback.
I think they'll get there.
Yeah.
I think they'll get there. It's not going to be instant like
look how the Bengals start every year. The Bengals start slow.
They start off slow, and I'm not even worried about them.
I'm worried about them this year for sure.
Because of that calf injury?
The calf injury and just
and Jesse Bates.
They should have held Hayden Hurst.
Yo, that's a great.
Their
That's a
safety,
great call out.
they're, you know what I'm saying? Their safeties aren't there, but whatever, no panic.
Yeah, but they have the offense to do it. I don't.
They'll get it together. But what did when I'm about to call him Justin Herbert. I am so sorry. When my boy Joe Shiesty, when he aggravated his calf during OTAs or whatever, and what did Jamar Chase say? He said, "Bro, come back after week 5." Come back after week 5.
And what happened week 2? He re-aggravated his calf.
So if I'm the coach, I'm not coaching. Okay, I just got a vagina and love football. I don't know what I'm talking about. But if I'm the coach, I would. If you don't absolutely need him, and it's a game that, give him time a little bit, because you're gonna need him towards the end of the season. The NFC North is tough, but we all know the Bengals can come out of it. It's gonna be Bengals, Ravens.
Like Blake was saying, that injury can lead to something bigger than the Achilles.
Hello.
Yeah.
So I think it's something. He's younger, whatever, but I think it's something to take serious, because you don't have someone that's there that could back him up. That'll take the team anywhere. So.
All right, let's do game picks.
Let's go for it. Let's do it.
I'm gonna stay out of this one. I'm gonna let the brothers do their thing. I'm gonna call the games. They're gonna give you guys gonna talk money line. What you guys gonna do? I'm gonna let y'all do your thing. I ain't even gonna.
We could talk points. We could talk ML.
I'm gonna let y'all do your thing.
Every game is different. We take so many different. It depends on the pay and the and what the lines are offering. But
okay, Patriots, Jets, go.
It's at 2.5, right?
I'm looking now.
I think this is an opportunity for New England to take advantage, especially with the first 2 weeks, and how. I mean, facing those teams like Philly and Miami, look at my face. I'm so sad.
I
just think the Jets.
Fan right
I'm
there.
a Patriots fan.
I believe the Pats could do it. I think the Pats have an opportunity here to take what the defense has been doing and really execute a strong defensive plan. You got Bill Belichick there.
Right.
A great defensive coach.
Yep.
So I feel like, being able to take advantage of the whole Zach Wilson, Aaron Rodgers thing, I think the Pats, I like Pats with the 2.
I got them going.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking the Pats. It's not the Jets are in disarray. You saw in week 1 when Aaron Rodgers went down, like the whole team looked like they just lost their best friend.
We had the points, a lot of money at it,
and by some miracle, the Jets won. Oh my god!
Thank God for Gibson for that punt return. That's all I gotta say, because Zach Wilson was not gonna do it. Period.
Giants, Niners. Who you guys got?
Oh man!
I was telling Blake the whole way, I'm taking every single point the books offer me against the Giants for San Fran.
Yeah, Niners,
every single point.
Niners 10.5 for sure. Giants are abysmal right now.
Yep.
Colts, Ravens.
Oh, the Ravens with Richardson's concussion injury, Minshew. That's another game. I love every point the book's offering for
Colts.
For the Colts. No, I'm taking San Fran.
Ravens.
The Ravens the whole way. I think what Lamar Jackson is doing. I know the whole injury.
Phenomenal. He's good.
I think Lamar Jackson's playing to his contract level.
Yep.
And
his passer rating has increased.
I loved it.
Yeah. He's at like 76 completion rate. He's up like
incredible.
16 from last year. And
he could run too. But I'm taking the Colts. I think the Colts win outright against the Ravens. Gardner Minshew. It's Minshew mania time, and I think the Colts win.
I just rolled my eyes so hard. Gardner Minshew mania, please. I'm going Ravens.
So I love the Ravens with the points. The money line's a little it's not paying what it should be.
Yeah.
I think if you buy 2.5 to 3.5 points in the Ravens, I think the 4.5, 5.5, 6.5 all clears.
I would take the Colts 8.5 points all day. I don't love the Ravens in those big, they've been good the last 2 weeks, but I don't love the Ravens when they get a lot of points.
If Richardson was there, I'd definitely take it.
Yeah, for
Titans,
sure.
Browns.
Go ahead, Davey. I know you had some thoughts on this.
I think with the Browns right now, I think fade week 3 Browns just to see what the whole Amari Cooper rocks on his shoulders are going to look like. I don't think Ford comes out back-to-back games, especially Monday Night Football. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's going to come out the same explosiveness as he did with the whole demand in the middle of the game and the hype and the adrenaline. I'm not taking the Browns there.
Yeah, I'm taking the Titans as well.
Titans are tough.
The Titans have been playing great against the Chargers. They play,
Everybody plays.
We'll get to the. I know this is the pick segment, but how bad is the coach for the Chargers?
He needs to get fired.
Like, yes,
we on the same
we
page.
thought he was going to get fired from last year from the Jags loss.
27-0 at halftime. I mean,
he needs to get fired, and he's a defensive coach.
Yeah,
he needs to get fired. With all that talent on defense, he needs to get fired.
There needs to be a mandate in the NFL. Young quarterback that could be a superstar, offensive coach, period.
He needs to get fired.
Yeah.
Okay, Falcons, Lions.
Lions all the way.
Lions all the way.
Every single point.
Yeah, I'm with.
I love. It's what's at mine. I think it's at 3 right now. I think I love the Lions 3 just because of what happened last week and how Seattle came in and covered those points and was able to even win the game.
Gardner's out for the season, guys.
Wait, who?
Gardner.
Sauce Gardner?
No.
On the Lions.
Oh,
Really?
Gardner Johnson,
Gardner
the
Johnson
safety linebacker.
I'm still taking Detroit the whole way.
Wait,
well,
what
he's
was,
on IR.
What was his injury? Was it like a
maybe pectoral? I have to look into
I
it.
think he took like he was cutting at the knee and like his shoulder just
something. I believe it's
crazy
pectoral.
into the ground.
He's such a good player.
I still like Detroit there. You know why? I
play.
think Goff's gonna throw for over 350 there.
Yeah, they're gonna ball.
I think
Detroit has depth on defense. If you've been paying attention to them in the offseason, baby, they have depth.
And they drafted that linebacker.
Gibbs and St. Brown. Yeah, give me Detroit -3 the whole way.
Saints Packers.
Oh,
In Green Bay.
I was gonna ask where.
I was gonna say if it's in Green Bay, I love Green Bay the whole way.
Yep.
Especially coming off this divisional game against Carolina, and they won so close to Bryce Young and his crazy offense.
Yep.
I think Green Bay the whole way.
I think the Saints win. I think Jordan Love regresses. He has not thrown an interception yet this season. I don't believe he threw for 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. I think he regresses. Saints win.
Saints have a triple header with Olave, Thomas, and the other kid. They look the wide receiver.
Super fast.
Yeah,
he made a big catch in week 1.
They look spectacular so far.
Yeah, they look
Texans, Jaguars.
Oh, bro, I'm so excited for this pick. Go ahead.
Jaguars. 9.5.
Bro, I'm telling everybody
for them
right
to leave
now,
it that close with Kansas City, they're going to destroy C.J. Stroud.
They play Kansas City tough all the time, the Jaguars.
Oh, yeah. I want to tell everybody that's watching, if you want a serious power play and you bet, take the Texans with the points.
God,
they're probably I'm telling you, man. It's a divisional game. Is it in Houston?
They
or is
lost
it in,
by 28. They lost by 28 to the
Jacksonville.
Colts. What do you think is going to happen when they walk up against?
You know what I think about bounce back games. When you get blown out, you come back
25-2.
25-2
for living double digits since 2012, 2013.
I'm so excited watching you guys do this like money line.
Yeah,
I'm amped up right now. I'm just like,
Do you know?
Yay!
Listen, Danache, do you know how many conversations we have a week about these games? He'll come up, talk to me. We'll talk on the phone, and he'll call me at least 3 times and be like, Blake, you know what? I changed my mind on this game, man. I started to look at this stat here. We just go back and forth.
I mean, last week our biggest pick was we were going to go Bears 2.5 because of the whole comeback, and I think Baker Mayfield regresses because of the whole Minnesota win.
God,
I faded that so much and loved the Bucks just because of how the Bears, where they could potentially go, and the bet was on point.
Broncos, Dolphins.
Dolphins are going to dog them.
Dolphins so fast.
That's
Blake was mentioning Dolphins have their complete way with that team.
Chargers, Vikings. Neither. But
I like the Vikings
I
at the
Vikings.
1.
You like the Vikings? I'm going with it.
I like the Vikings at the 1. I don't know.
Chargers defense is Swiss cheese. They can't catch a damn cold. They terrible.
Just lock up Keenan Eckler. I mean, you're gonna be you're gonna be in a good position. I think they lose by. I think the Chargers lose by a solid 7 or 10 points. To be honest, that spread's too low. I think Minnesota runs through them.
Yeah.
Bills, Commanders.
It's at 6.5, right?
Yeah, if we're talking points, I'm probably, if it's over 5 or 6 points, I'll probably take the Commanders on the points. But the Bills are going to win that game.
Yep.
Sure.
They're on this high horse coming off from the Vegas game, coming off this whole 38-10 win, I think it was, or 41-10, whatever it was.
And Josh Allen just needs to start playing better consistently. I think he just comes out focused.
Panthers, Seahawks.
Panthers, Seahawks. I wonder what the points are on that game.
I think it's big C. I think it's got to be favorite. It's got to be favoring Seahawks.
Of course, yeah.
Because
so the Seahawks are getting 6 points. So basically, almost. I
like to buy 2 points there. Buy 4. Get at 4 on the spread. I think you take those. Take the alternate 2 and take the Seahawks all the way.
Cowboys, Cardinals.
The best defense in the league now is the Dallas Cowboys.
Those points got to be at 15 or 14.
Yo, facts.
Those points got to be
it's 12 right now.
Yeah, I'm going to fade that game because of those points. Dak can cover by a field goal and maybe miss it for overtime.
The Cowboys win, and they don't do what the Giants did and go down 21-0.
At all. Exactly. Bears, Chiefs. Everybody knows Chiefs. Say it with me.
I think the Chiefs take that 14.5 to the sky and win by about an easy 30 piece.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think the Chiefs cover the 12.5 against the Bears. I think they win, but I don't think they beat them by more than 12.5 points.
I mean Baker Mayfield almost cleared 12 points.
That's a big point. So
you're literally in a new position of where Travis Kelce's going as far as after his injury. So I think it's north anywhere here from Kansas City. I'm against you, brother. I'm going to buy 2 points, 10.5 Chiefs.
10.5 Chiefs. Got it.
Steelers, Raiders?
I'm going with the Steelers. I think
Jimmy's healthy.
Really?
Man.
I'm going with the Raiders. The Steelers.
Raiders?
Well, the Steelers defense is top. They're in Las Vegas.
They're in Vegas, right?
I keep forgetting about the Steelers defense. Not really, but.
Devontae Adams, man. I think there's a lot of. It's a fade game. I'm going to take Steelers points.
Not a game I'd bet on, but yeah, Steelers points.
Is the dog. I would assume Steelers is coming in as a tight dog.
Yeah, let me check.
They're going to be 3.5 or 4.
Eagles, Bucks.
Oh,
it's
Tampa.
Not even.
Oh, it's not even it's going to be an embarrassment.
This is where we'll see if Baker Mayfield has taken a step.
Exactly.
Right now, this week.
I'm going Eagles, Rams, Bengals. That Nuka Puka kid or that wide receiver that they have for the Rams.
Oh yeah, I forgot his last name. I think he's 18.
Anukia. It's A.
I'm so sorry, I'm butchering it.
ANIYOU or some of that.
Yeah.
But I can't see the Bengals going 0-3. I can't see it.
I do see it. You know why? I think I do see it. I think the Bengals this year. We were talking about regressing teams. The Bengals were on a tight horse for a while. I don't think Joe Burrow's healthy and he's playing through injuries that could really affect the rest of the season. I think Joe Burrow should take some time, but
you going Rams? I see him right there.
I'm gonna take Rams points. Yeah, look what the Rams did week 1.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's playing, right?
We don't know.
No, he's questionable. I think he's questionable.
He's probably gonna be a game time decision.
Yeah, I'd take the Rams with the points, but I think the Bengals win outright for sure. Yeah. If Joe Burrow plays.
Me too.
All right, guys, that's it. Pleasure having you. Listen,
it was fun.
We're gonna talk offline.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk offline. Great show, guys. Share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you later.
Peace.
No, that was really good. Yo.
Let's get it. New women, old ways, never wifey's old bays, and they going both ways. Hot nights, cold days. I ain't fucking no strays. Me cover, no way. I won't even bother if she.